It's Week 7 of the 2025 season, and we'll see Cole Holcomb, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Commanders and the Lions under the lights on Sunday night.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top-5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Callaway. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw.
The box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Callaway. And it's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Off play action. Callaway. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn yet another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Callaway. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Butker's kick here is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie cornerback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 12 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Elliott. And he'll be hit as he releases him, and that'll fall incomplete. Second down and a run by Robinson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And that is incomplete. Here's Presley Harvin now. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Off the play fake, Callaway. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll try the left side. Buckley, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To throw on 3rd down, Callaway. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Again, it's Robinson. Shifts by him. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Elliott. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Elliott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return is Williams. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callaway. He finds his man. Complete. It's Baker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game. Good for 11 and a 1st down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Off play action. Callaway. Over the middle, complete. It's Newton. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Buckley, and he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. To throw on 2nd down. Callaway looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Callaway firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throw left side, complete. That's Newton. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now stands at 13. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Elliott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun. Elliott. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Callaway. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the left side. Buckley. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Callaway. He finds his man complete. It's Newton. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and he moves the sticks.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Newton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Buckley slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Callaway. And in for the Lions touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Lions, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Nifty move. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Elliott. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Washington going to send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He juked him. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Off play action. Callaway. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 4. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Throwing on 1st down. Elliott going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Off the play fake, Elliott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. Caught out left side by Robinson. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring out the 4th down.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. They'll run on 1st down. Buckley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Callaway. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from going up by 30. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Back to throw again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 12-yard line. That's the end.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd down at 5. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. But the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
On first down, Buckley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Callaway. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Looking to throw. Callaway. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Callaway. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people are calling them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
To throw on 2nd down, Elliott. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And We've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Looking to throw on second down. Callaway. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Back to throw. Callaway. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's out wide here for Robinson. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Elliott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Boy, shifts past him. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a give right side. Buckley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
To throw on second down. Elliott. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Elliott. And that will be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down. They'll try the left side. Buckley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 3.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still third down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Callaway. Throws right side, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Detroit, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.